Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Warren,
This is Jay.
and we the Eagles Collective. Um, got a got some things to talk about today. A lot of things to talk about, actually.
Plenty to talk about.
Yeah, so much to talk about. Um, of course, the Eagles. We are now 10-2, 10-2 with our loss to the 49ers. Scored 42-19. I'll start this off by just letting you take the lead on this, Jay. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I mean it was not what we expected. I'll be completely honest with you. I told you that I feel like we were gonna split with Dallas and 49ers. I don't think we could win both games just because of the intensity of the games we've been playing up until this point. Just you can't keep playing on the edge and just expect to win every single game. Very disappointed in the defense. Giving up those two touchdowns to Debo Samuel were huge. Because it was just unbelievable. 314 passing yards and 212 were after the catch. So poor, very poor tackling from the linebackers. Extremely poor. They literally, and kudos to the 49ers, but they just attacked our weakness all night. That left side, that left running play to the left side, and also our linebackers. They just exposed the linebacker play to its finest. They just kept targeting Ellis and Morrow.
Yeah. Um, I look at it too as first game we played Dallas, nail biting game. We had the bye. Next we played the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a 10-day stretch
Mm-hmm.
before playing us. And then we come in playing the Bills. They had a 10-day stretch before playing us.
Mm-hmm.
Another nail biter game. And then we go into this game where the 49ers had a 10-day stretch on us. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want my honest opinion, our loss was more like we tried to give as much as we had out the tank. We tried to give as much as we could and get it out the tank, and we literally only gave 8 minutes of that.
And
And
I and just
yeah,
unbelievable how they just
yeah,
it's
we
just
only gave 8 minutes of that, especially with Fletcher Cox possibly had the injury. Milton Williams, he had an injury coming in. Uh, I want to say we also had Jalen Carter also had an injury coming in. Jordan Davis had an injury coming in, and we pay attention to these injury reports and who's limited participant in
Mhm.
practice, who's full participant, and a lot of these players were not full participant in practice. So we have a lot. Like our team is, we beat up right now. Like let's be honest, we beat up,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why this gauntlet is that big. Like not that many teams are pulling this
Mhm.
stretch of games like we are pulling, and with the opponents having double-digit days off until playing this.
Well,
Like
yeah, we
this,
we played 3 and 14 days, bro. So any team, like you're right, we're exhausted to this point. Like I said, we were playing each game on the edge, and that was only gonna go so far. But for our Niners coming off their bye, we played them. 49ers, I'm sorry, Cowboys with extra rest. We're playing them. They played two back-to-back Thursdays. That's the strength of the schedule. That's why we have the hardest schedule. We have the hardest stretch throughout anybody all season. And when you really look at it, we fared well already. If you we're four, what are we? 4-1 so far with the gauntlet, and we just have left or 3-1. Some people consider the Cowboys game. I consider the Cowboys game before the bye part of the gauntlet because, that's where
yeah,
the hard part of
you
the
have
schedule
to.
started. You
Yeah,
have to consider it. Yeah.
you know what you're getting into, and it's to get to start out. And me personally, we beat the Cowboys already. We beat the
Mhm,
Chiefs. We beat the
mhm.
Bills. Those are
Yep.
three hard opponents. As much as we don't like these teams,
With
possibly,
good
those are
quarterbacks
those
at
are those
that.
are tough opponents. And we're coming into a physical 49ers team. And my biggest thing was about this game. Uh, First, I'm gonna talk about the tackling. The tackling was not. It was not.
Poor.
Well, yeah, just poor tackling, and also that call that was made on fourth down and 2 yards to go, and we decided to punt the ball. I think that showed that we were just beat. Like
Yeah.
we all know off of these last three games that we played, we would tush pushed our way in. But we
Hmm.
decided to not make that a move. We just wanted to just punt it off. And that's where I said that was a test. That was a test. It was literally a measuring stick game. And it was a statement game for the 49ers. And like we said on our last show, the way we beat the Chiefs and the way we came in after losing the Super Bowl, we feel like we should have had it. That's the same way the 49ers came in. They all dressed in all
Absolutely.
black before the game, all that stuff. They ready, they take it. That's the way we came out to the Chiefs game.
That's true. That's
So
true. We came back
so
for
so we
blood.
got to be honest with ourselves. Like we beat a team last year that was trying to beat us now, and we just happened to lose. But I will say this, and this is what I love about my team, is when we get these losses, we learn from them. We're gonna learn from them. We're gonna fix those areas that we need, and I think Dallas is actually in trouble.
Yeah,
I
because they're
think
running
Dallas is in
into a
trouble.
pissed off Eagles team, and also, you know, the Niners, they wanted it more yesterday. There were several little key points in the game. If Debo's touchdown gets called back for the Blankenship hold, you never know what happens. There's a lot of things can change. The Greenlaw, ejection. There's a lot of things that changed the game. I thought when he went out, the momentum was shifting to us, but I was wrong. 49ers, like Shanahan said, they rallied around that. But this is my question with this team. You know, Jalen loses a game to me and every loss to him is a moral loss. He's not used to losing, so every loss to him is a moral loss. But the thing with this team is that you have to lose. Like this is what people don't understand. Like you're not gonna win everything. How would everybody feel if we went into this game undefeated? If we beat the Jets, let's just say, and we went undefeated and we got smoked. It would be the word. We would be considered frauds. You have to lose. You got to lose.
Yeah,
2017, we were 10-2 at this point, and then we just had to figure it out after that. I just
yeah,
strongly believe that this team is gonna figure it out. We had a bad game, man. We're human. Everybody's a human. They had a
yeah.
bad game. It was a bad
We
game
were battle
overall. Bad
tested.
game.
It was a battle
Battle
testing game.
bad game, and I'd rather go through that shellacking now than in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Roland has a good point. We are getting some help from Leonard, but this is my thing though. The issues that we had this game, Leonard's not going to be able to fix that. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Ever since we got Kevin Byard, have we really gotten better?
No, we haven't actually. The back end still seems to be an issue.
So I get it, the veteran presence, but veteran presence, that was training camp, bro. We ain't in training camp anymore.
We need to
That
plug somebody in right now that's gonna, I think he's gonna alleviate a little bit of the pain, but if you get your hands, like I said, 314 you get passing yards yesterday, and I believe 213 were after the catch. That is extremely poor tackling. You cannot allow 200 yards after a catch and win a
mm-hmm.
game. It's just not going to happen. It's almost impossible for that to occur. It's just impossible. The Eagles finally let their lopsided play get the best of them, and they got shown up for it. They just didn't do the job. They absolutely when we went up with two field goals, you know what I said to myself? You're not going to beat the 49ers with field goals. You're
Yeah,
not going to beat them. You're not going to beat them with field goals. You're going to have to go down there and punch the ball in because this offense is explosive.
yeah.
Our offense was explosive. We're just a team that just finds ways to win. That's just what the Eagles have
And
been. We haven't.
yeah, no. I'm sorry to cut
Yeah,
you off, but
yeah, go
but
ahead.
just think about it. Our pass game was good. I rewatched the game. We gave the ball. Smitty got the ball. Smitty got touches. Gainwell got touches.
The
Uh,
numbers look good.
Brown got touches. Even Quez Watkins came out and he got touches. So it's like we were getting touches, but when it came to that red zone, where like you said, we need to punch the ball in, that's where we got stopped.
Yeah, we got stopped. And Jalen taking when he slipped, huge mistake. Then he
Yes.
took the sack the couple possessions after, huge mistake. He's a very smart quarterback, but again, he's human. He's gonna make a mistake. On offense, you look at the numbers. He almost had 300 yards, 298. AJ was over 100. Devontae Smith had 96. They put up numbers, but they were not able to execute in the end zone. The Eagles were
Exactly.
moving the ball on them passing. Swift just getting 6 carries for 13 yards is just unbelievable. There's
What's
no
good,
way.
Vincent?
There's no way you're gonna get anything out of your running back giving him the ball 6 times. You're rolling the dice like crazy. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get anything from that. You're not gonna get anything from that. Get help from
Yeah,
Leonard
it's
Fournette. The NFL is free. Listen, man. I never complain about the refs. You're never gonna hear me say all season they've been saying we've been getting bailed out by the ref. They missed several calls on San Francisco yesterday. Two specific calls during touchdowns that they could have called that they didn't call. Guess what? It's
Yeah,
part of the game.
they were stopping the run, and but I think at the same time with stopping the run, Swift they brought Swift in because he's a pass catching running back.
Yes,
Like Swift isn't getting utilized the way that he should be utilized. Like
he's not.
that's one thing we need to be honest about. Brian Johnson is not utilizing him the way that he should. And then you got Gainwell, you got Scott. Like what we came in with this anticipation of running back by committee to where we're gonna just pound the ball down with whichever running back that we need to fit the right scheme of the defense. And I haven't been seeing that. And I think that's the issue right now. I think Brian Johnson just has so many weapons. He does not know what to do with it. Honestly. Like that's what it's coming out to.
And look,
And
I make a point after you. I'm gonna write this down so I remember. Continue, Warren.
no, you good.
You know what? Another thing too. That pass early in the first half when hit Quez in the hands and Quez almost you got I know it's not easy, but you got to come down with that. He's putting the ball over the defender where you can just scoop it up from him, and he didn't catch it. That's a catch AJ makes, a catch Devontae probably makes. After Devontae and AJ with Goddard out, the drop off of pass catches is immense.
Yeah.
Zacchaeus, you got Zacchaeus, you got Quez, you got guys, you got Swift out the backfield. We don't have anything else besides those two guys. You look at it, they're always getting all the targets, them two. That's why we need Goddard back. That's why I hope we sign Ertz so we can get another target in the building. Like after Devontae
We
and
did get
AJ,
another target though.
yeah, Sims. We got Sims, but we don't know how
No,
ready he
no,
is.
no, 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 no. Why wasn't Julio Jones used this game?
That's true. That's true. You know what? Another thing too. Thank you for bringing that up. The game planning is weird because in a game where they're throwing some blitz, kill the blitz with a couple screen passes. Well, I don't know if it was the Chiefs or the Bills game. We just kept throwing screens that were not working. So it's like the play calling is the number one issue every Eagles fan can agree with me on. Every Eagles fan across America. And I've been rooting for the Eagles. This is my 21st season rooting for the Eagles. And every Eagles fan can agree with this, what I'm about to say. The play calling, the offensive play calling specifically has just been mind-boggling. Like there's been mind-boggling calls that you guys have made that is just leaves us scratching our head. And we understand you don't want to be predictable, this and that, but it's just some calls that just come on. Come on.
The only play that we've had that's been successful and we keep doing it is the tush push.
Yeah.
That's
Everything
it.
else everything else just looks off script and just happens to happen. So, and then yesterday they were making so much point about Jalen bailing out of the pocket.
Brian
Listen, I
Johnson
would
only
like to
gets
see
the
him
defense
sitting
and not
there.
the offense out. That's true.
That's true. That's true. They didn't. It was a bad game overall, but I know they said they were stopping the run, right? You only ran the ball 6 times. At least give the guy 15 touches. At least he can
Hurts
break
had
one.
more yards than Swift.
Yeah, and that's never gonna work. When your quarterback's your leading rusher, it's never a good thing. It's a lopsided game. Like I said, the lopsided play finally came back to get us. These are the
And
type of L's.
while watching this game, did you say in the middle of it, yo, this is when we need an interception. This is when we need the fumble. This is
Absolutely.
when
I
we need
was looking
that
for a
playmaking
turnover
move.
so much.
Yeah, we're looking for a turnover because we feed off turnovers. When we get that turnover, we get some energy in us and we want to do
Mhm.
something and capitalize off of it. But we didn't get that moment. Like I said, the 49ers came to play.
And they have a creative offense. Look at all the misdirections and stuff they were running. Like we have hitters on this team that can run in immense plays, but it's just like they're not being utilized to their maximum potential. And I understand you got Devontae, you got AJ, you got Goddard sometimes, and it may be hard to distribute it between them three. But at the end of the day, this team is almost like pick your poison when they're fully rolling. And it's just hard to determine how good we are when we haven't like steamrolled anybody. Like that's what we're looking for. We're looking to steamroll somebody how we got steamrolled yesterday. I hope it happens before the end of the season because quote unquote we still haven't put a complete game together. And I'm sick of hearing that narrative. Like I'm sick of hearing there's no game put together yet. You're right because no game is fully perfect. The 49ers have played a couple of those games where they've been flawless. You know, that's what we're looking for.
And that's what the issue is. Everybody has seen the Detroit Lions at their best. Everybody's seen the 49ers at their best. We've seen the Cowboys at their best. We've seen the Ravens at their best. We haven't played our best ball, and that's why everybody is so on the fence with us on how good is this team right now. Like honestly, our defense lost us the game. I feel like at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts was moving the ball down. Yes, he didn't plug in the end zone, but at the same time, our defense not tackling,
Those big play, those two
missing
big
reads.
touchdowns.
Do
Those,
you,
those
do you know what they
huge.
did? Their game plan was simply this: get Kittle, get the ball to Kittle to weaken up the linebackers. After the linebackers are weakened, just run the ball down. Just run it. That's simply all they did. They got Kittle to weaken us up a little bit and find out our scheme on our linebackers. Once they found out the scheme, they just gave it to McCaffrey and he took it. That's all it was. It looks like we lost Jay for a second. But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think. Hopefully we get Jay back. But at the end of the day, I think we could have played a better game. It could have ended off differently, but I just think this team was just they were too tired, too beat, too wounded. Just it wasn't going to work. But it looks like we about to hop off. We just wanted to do a recap of the game. But yeah, y'all check us out. Yep, looks like we got Jay back. Hold on. Yeah, you back,
Yeah,
Jay?
my fault, bro. I backed that because I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my phone. So I was gonna try
No,
to
you
look
good.
something up. You know, because I was looking. I had all the numbers jotted down. You know, Morrow got targeted 8 times, gave up, I believe, 7. I'm giving these numbers roughly, but they're very approximate. I believe it was 7 catches for 155 yards. One dude. You know, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. You know, to get targeted 8 times and to get 7 catches on you for 155 is crazy. They kept,
Yeah,
lining up Debo in the slot sometimes and getting him on a mismatch, it seems to work for them. But kudos to the 49ers. Their offensive creative. They made a lot of, they were confusing everybody. We just got to figure out how to get back. It was a good measuring stick game. I'm just glad it happened now than in the playoffs.
yeah, and I'm glad it happened to our team. Yeah, it sucks right now because we gotta listen to
Yeah.
the ESPN, the Fox, all them. We gotta listen to their whole spiel about it. But they're week to week, prisoners of the moment. We know what our team is about. Um, the, and at the end of this, what does Vincent say? Let's see. He said, fellas, please stop. The 49ers had a year to prepare for the Eagles. It's not rocket science. The side wasn't here last year. The team had different pieces on the defense. They also had 10 days to prepare and caught Eagles sleeping. They will see it. Yeah, that's
That's
at the
true.
end of the day. At the end of the day, that's all this really was. They
Yeah.
they were more prepared, of course. They were more prepared, and like I said, we were prepared for the Chiefs. We were prepared for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So all this is just revenge games. Like it's just revenge games that we get in right now. The Chiefs got it from us. We got it from the 49ers. Now since it's over, we wash our hands with it and we move forward and see where we go now. But I know one thing though, the team that we have is not going to fold again. You really think they're going to fold again?
There's no quitters on this team. They was out there getting smoking. They had their whole team out there yesterday. There's no quit in this team at all whatsoever. There's zero quit in this team. There's like zero quit.
Yeah. So
But
at the end of the day, we'll be going on Thursday talking about the Dallas Eagles game. Um,
yep.
and we got Shaq Leonard, and I think that's good. I think it's going to be effective, but is it really going to fix our issue? That's my question. Is it really going to fix our
I
issue?
think him off the street will be better than Ellis and Murrow at this point. I just think him off the street will provide more linebacker play than these two. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Blankenship,
adding back.
and Dennis last week was all over Blankenship, and Blankenship is like a flash, hot flash, cold flash, but even him yesterday, he was, a lot of things was
Everybody,
getting behind everybody. There was a
everybody.
lot of defense on
Slave,
defense.
Slave, Bradbury, uh, Job, Job,
Eli
everybody, bro.
Ricks, Eli Ricks
Yeah,
got embarrassed on that put. Eli Ricks got 2 big plays on him that just looked crazy. The stiff arm
yeah,
to the outside from a smaller receiver. He's a big corner. That shouldn't be happening. The Eagles have to, that was one of the most poor tackling games I've ever seen,
yeah.
and that's
But
just seriously speaking, poor
so
tackling. Like if you just tackle the guy, you make him work harder. You're giving them
Yeah,
those two easy. Those Debo just ran all the way to the house.
yeah. I think just exhausted at the end of the day. Just exhausted, worn
Three
out, beat
games
up.
in 14 days. 3 games, 14 days, beating, playing elite quarterbacks, elite teams. At times. Because the Cowboys, as much as we hate them, they're elite right now. They're one of the better teams. Patrick Mahomes is an elite quarterback. They don't have an elite team, quote unquote, no more, but he's still hard. He's a hard out. Josh Allen, hard out. We played all these games.
Yeah. He said, I would love to have seen Joe on Debo. Debo isn't. He's
He's
not a
not.
route
Debo's
runner.
not a runner. Look, let me tell you something about Debo Samuel.
Hey,
And
Debo can be whatever he wants this week, bro. He can
listen,
be. He talked.
he
He talked all year, and he
he
finally
he
got.
backed
Yeah.
it up. He backed it up. I'll give him that. But what you know what guys like I would like to see him on the outside consistently if you're a wide receiver because for me he's like a gadget guy. He's not a true wide receiver. He's not on the outside and he's in and he they try to get him on mismatches. They try to
Hmm.
get him on a linebacker. They try to get him on a safety, somebody he could run by. That's how they utilize him. So kudos to them. But he's not an AJ Brown. He's not a Devontae. Come on, guys.
Yeah. He's not. But
He's not. He's better receiver than him. Come on.
yeah.
He got.
But at the end of the day, yo, we took the L. We 10-2. Let's just not go 10-3. I think this game against the Cowboys is going to be our redemption game. We're not going to let this weaken us too much, and we're going to get better from it. Like Jalen said, we didn't play up to what they didn't play up to their standard. That's what they didn't play up to their standard. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, and if you've been rooting for the Eagles for a while, especially as of late, they always give us these mid-season like worries week to week, like, oh my God, are we gonna lose our spot? But you know what's good? That we're not watching anybody else. Everybody's watching us. We gotta drop the ball. We're in first place. We gotta drop it. So we're in control
There
of
was a
our
lot of
destiny.
49ers fans yesterday. There
Oh
was a lot
yeah,
of
yeah. A
yeah,
lot of that from Dallas. I never
yeah,
know Dallas and 49ers fans had such a truce, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be ready for Dallas. I did say it last week. If they do lose to the 49ers, the Dallas better watch out because gets fueled off losses. I mean, look, he
yeah,
lost the Super Bowl, came back, won 5 straight to start the season. Loses that game, what is he going? Goes on another winning streak. Loses this game, what's going to happen now? Is he going to go on another winning streak? It's just hard to see him put losing games back to back together. And the game was not really on him. He had his key mistakes taking the sacks, but like you said, the passing game was on point yesterday. Almost 300 yards passing the ball. That's not a bad game by any stretch.
yeah, yeah. That's it. And if we would have had a good passing game and a good running game, it would have been a different turnout. But the run game is our bread and butter, and I really don't know why they're holding back from making the run game as effective as it could be.
Hmm.
Hopefully they have some type of conversation this week and figure out what needs to get done. But yeah, we got to pick up with Leonard now. Signed a 1 year deal with the Eagles. We'll see what he can bring to the table. Most likely, I can expect him to play in Dallas. I
Yeah,
can see them getting him started and having him practice tomorrow and get him the playbook and get him ready.
yeah.
If
Especially since
anything,
he
he can teach up.
chose, yeah,
Yeah,
especially since he chose Dallas. I mean, especially since he chose Philadelphia over Dallas.
yeah, because he sees something. He sees it.
Yeah, yeah. And he made his decision. I know he watched the game, obviously, yesterday. He's making a life-changing decision. He knows we need his help more than Dallas needs him. And at the end of the day, it speaks volume. The Eagles got smoked yesterday, and he's still choosing to go there. He sees
Yeah,
something there. He could have been like, you know what, let me just Dallas looks like the hot team right now. Let me roll with them. But he saw they got smoked. He saw their lack of area. He sees something what he could do. That speaks good volumes for me.
yeah, that's real talk. But yeah, I know we wanted to only get up on here for a few minutes and just talk birds for a little bit and talk about the loss. But hey, we're the Eagles Collective. We'll see y'all Thursday, actually. Y'all take it easy.
Go Birds.